foodie friends, we're back again. We're gonna look at Hudson's department store and the food that made it famous. And now, Hudson's department store was not really around when I was growing up, but we do have two people that actually went there, and one of them that ate at one of the restaurants. So, Mama, you remember, now yesterday we were kind of trying to figure out like what your memories were of the store, and we kind of figured out that Mama went to Hudson's department store in Detroit with her ladies auxiliary in her church. And so it was kind of like a little group outing, right, for all of the women there?
Yes.
Okay. And you remember eating at the restaurant, right? But you don't really remember what you ordered, right?
No.
Okay. But she did remember that her sister-in-law, Louise, she did order the Maurice salad, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And now it was really good, right? Like it was kind of known in the area for that salad, right?
Yeah.
So,
yes.
Yeah. So she did eat there, but now you don't really remember having shopped there after, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because we were kind of thinking it was a little bit of an expensive store at that time, and so, it may not have been something where she shopped at regularly, for clothing and things like that. But do you remember, did you have a really good time at the restaurant?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And so, Mom, now you have a different memory, right? Now we know, and we kind of touched on this last week, that Hudson's was famous for its Thanksgiving Day parade. And Mom actually got to go and enjoy several of them, right?
The only memories I have is when we would go down to the Thanksgiving Day parade. Mom and Dad lived in Detroit when we were real little, so we would just go downtown. And that's when Santa Claus came to Hudson's department store. And another time I was down there when I was 17, and that was the last time that I can remember actually seeing that parade. And also, when I was in the Girl Scouts, we went to Hudson's, and I just remember that when the the doors opened, that it was like a Christmas wonderland. It was just absolutely unbelievably the way they decorated. And we saw Santa Claus that day. But so that was the memories that I have. I don't remember ever shopping downtown Hudson's, because we actually had a Hudson's that was in the suburbs of Lincoln Park. That's where we usually did our shopping, was in a smaller Hudson's.
And that Hudson's didn't actually have food, right?
No.
Okay.
No, they didn't have a restaurant in that one.
Okay, so if you wanted to eat at Hudson's, you had to go to the one in Detroit,
yes.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
And now I've seen pictures of that, like in the 50s and 60s, of that Thanksgiving Day parade, and the streets are jam-packed. I mean, you guys look like you were crammed in there like little sardines,
yes.
Actually.
Yeah, we were so little we couldn't see, and I'm pretty sure I was on Mom's shoulders, and my brother, who was older, was on my dad's shoulders, so we could kind of see Santa Claus coming in.
Yeah, so
but
it was...
Now, Hudson's did, I'm pretty sure they came when they had a mall built in Taylor, Michigan, called Southland. There was a Hudson's there, and I'm thinking they did have a restaurant in that one.
Oh,
but I don't
that's
never
cool.
remember eating at that Hudson's.
Okay, so you remember the Thanksgiving Day parade?
Yes.
And all the Christmas, just absolute. I mean, the pictures looked like a wonderful experience to get to see that.
The minute you got off the elevator, it was just a path, and it was just absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, that is cool. And then Mama remembers actually eating at the restaurant. So that was pretty cool. So it sounds like Hudson's was kind of a destination trip where it was kind of a special occasion place to get to go to.
Yeah.
And so sad that, I didn't get to see it, or it's still not there. I mean, that would have been a really neat place to go see. So let's go ahead and try to recreate their famous salad and bring a little taste of Hudson's home. And like I said, I say salad, but I use the term loosely because it's kind of more like dinner with some leaves underneath. So let's go ahead and get all of this ready. We're going to turn the camera around, show you how to make it at home, and then we're going to give it a taste. Now let's get started, and as always, remember the ingredients and everything you'll need will be listed in the description box below. Now, since I didn't have onion juice and couldn't find any, I went ahead and just minced a little bit of onion very fine. And you could also use a mini chopper if you wanted this extra fine. And now to that bowl, you're going to add your vinegar, your lemon juice, your sugar, mustard, and your mayonnaise. Don't forget your ground mustard, and you're ready to stir. Now you could also use your blender, but I didn't see the need as it stirred up very well and was very creamy. And now that's already a lot of ingredients, but we're not done yet because we're gonna make this even more special. This is where we're gonna dice up a hard-boiled egg. I diced it into extra small pieces, and we're also going to go ahead and chop up some parsley. And I don't know why, but I love the rustic color combination of this golden yellow and green on my cutting board. I think it looks beautiful. And now you're going to add that to your bowl and give that a really good stir, and then we're going to set it aside. This would be the perfect salad to bring to a bridal or baby shower and even family gatherings. It's beautiful, it's delicious, and it presents really well on a plate. If you did bring this, I think this would be a hit anywhere you go. And now it's time for the meats. Take your ham and turkey and go ahead and julienne it into strips. And you'll also julienne your Swiss cheese into strips. And you can see now where this salad is more like a dinner than it is an actual salad. And now you'll put all your meat and cheese strips in a bowl and add your dressing. But don't do like I did and forget the gherkins. We're gonna go ahead and chop them up now. And I'm really glad I remembered because this became one of the best parts of the salad. Now go ahead and add your gherkins to the dressing, and now we're gonna go ahead and stir the whole thing up. And it's already smelling really good, but we have one more step to complete before we can eat it. We've got to get our lettuce ready. Now the recipe actually calls for iceberg lettuce, but I prefer romaine, and so that's what I used. I just roughly chopped it, gave it a good wash in my salad spinner, put it in a bowl, and it was ready. Now that we've got all of our components ready, we're ready to serve. In a bowl, you're going to add your lettuce leaves first, then add some good sized dollops on top. And to complete the ensemble, you'll add 2 olives on top. And now that we can't wait any longer, let's dig in and see how this tastes. All right, so we've got our salad done, and while I was making it, Mama actually remembered a couple other little things about Hudson's. So one of them was you actually remember getting lost in Hudson's, right?
With my sister-in-law.
And you were with your sister-in-law, and you just, well, I mean, do you remember what happened? You just couldn't find your way, and
We opened a lot of doors. It wasn't the right one.
so she don't know where she was going, but she knows that she was lost in that store, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then the other thing you remember is they actually used to sell the Maurice Salad dressing, right?
Yeah, they sold it in pints.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And did you ever purchase one?
No.
You just probably made it yourself, didn't you? she made pretty much everything homemade. So that's probably something she would have looked at and said, yeah, I can make that, and then did. So we're gonna go ahead and try this salad. Now there is one little tweak to the recipe. A lot of the recipes for Maurice Salad will have salt optional, and that's dependent on what kind of ham and cheese that you buy, because sometimes Swiss and ham can be pretty salty. So leave out the salt until after you've mixed everything and tasted it, just to make sure you don't over salt it. So let's go ahead and try our Maurice Salad. Okay. I'm just gonna say, I think this is probably one of the best salad non-salads that I've had, mostly because, I mean, it's not what you would typically think of as a salad with like this much meat and cheese and stuff like that in it, but wow, is it ever good. I can see why this would have become famous, because the dressing is spot on. The mixture with the egg and the gherkins and the cheese just really pulls this together really well. I mean, it's just the type of salad you just kind of want to keep eating, and it's really hard to stop with. So yeah, so what are your thoughts? I mean, you really like it?
Delicious. It's very good. I would probably use a bigger bowl.
Oh yeah, we did.
It's very hard to
We just did this to taste for the camera, but believe me, our bowls are going to be a lot bigger once the camera turns off and we can really dig into this.
And it's really a meal. I mean, you don't need anything else.
No. I would think, I mean, if you wanted to, maybe some bread, like a roll, or, you know, some toast, something like that. But, I mean, you could order this for lunch, and, I mean, you really don't need anything else at all.
I don't know if they even had the rolls. They may have served that with rolls. I don't know. I mean, I've never ate at the restaurant.
Yeah, so it could have been, but, I mean, I would have been perfectly fine with this by itself. I mean, this is something, now I may not have liked this as a kid because I was a little bit picky, but now, I mean, I kind of want to just turn around and eat that big bowl we got behind us. And Mama has taken several little bites so far. I kind of think it might be a hit with you too, right?
It's very good.
Yeah? So, I wish we could kind of like have the original almost, like to, like, you know, someone that remembered eating the original to see how it would compare. But, man, I would, like I said, I would have definitely ordered this at Hudson's. I give this 5 stars. I would really highly recommend trying this because I don't think you're going to be disappointed at all.
I think I'm going to start making this more frequently. I forgot really how that tasted.
Yeah, and now this is the first time I've ever had it, and now I'm wondering why.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I've been missing out on a really good salad all these years.
She was a picky eater.
I know, I was a picky eater. Not anymore, though. I'm going to be making this a lot. So, there you go. I mean, there's Hudson's 2 for 2 now. We had a great recipe last week, and this is a great recipe this week. Now, out of the 2, if you guys just wanted to try one from Hudson's, I would definitely recommend the salad. I think this edges a little bit, like in the taste department, I think it edges out the soup just a little bit. I can see why this would have been the one thing that like everyone remembers from Hudson's that's ever been there to eat it. Because it is absolutely wonderful. So out of the 2, really hope you at least try this one. I think you'll love it because Mama sure does. And that's the test of a good recipe right there if Mama keeps eating it. So we will see. So we will see you next week. Really hope you enjoyed watching this and getting a trip down memory lane. And now for next week, we're going to have a little bit of a difference because for the next 2 weeks, we're going to review what was our top worst cookbooks we reviewed for 2020 and which ones were the best ones for 2020 that I would definitely recommend adding to your collection. So thanks for watching this week. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
You gonna say bye? If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for future videos. In the meantime, here are 2 videos you may enjoy. Thanks for watching.